highlight my official sponsors. I need to give a shout out to also my boy.
It's a little preview
looking out for me. My girl, little ID
of our next guest.
My flyers, you feel me, and everybody for showing up and giving me some love. You feel me? And I need to give another shout out to GAC Studios for fucking coming out and recording my cipher. You feel me? We about to have the first all ladies I Got Five on this cipher, you feel me? And it's about to make history, you feel me? I'm about to clean this shit the fuck up. I need to give another shout out to Gay Entertainment, you feel me? They've officially booked your girl, you feel me? They already paid your girl, booked and busy for the next 3 months. I'm officially their PR person. They put a bag on a bitch. Hi. Your great visuals. I want to give a special thanks to all of these ladies that were able to make it here, you feel me? I got some ladies that weren't able to make it here. I need to give a special shout out to my girl Lady, even though she wasn't able to make it, you feel me? But she's still here in spirit, you feel me? She has some other things going on. So he about to go ahead and get our beat together. It's about to be I Got Five on the Remix Challenge. I did this for 420.
What's up, y'all? You already know who it is. It's your boy Don Primo. And that was a little something from our next guest. You already know. But before we get into that, make sure y'all go hit that notification bell. Go like, subscribe, share it, man. Hit us up. Make sure you hit the notification bell because we can go on anytime, anywhere. This is another episode of In Between Time. And we got the lovely Barbie from Widescope Podcast.
Hey. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you, man. For real.
Man, no problem. Like that, a little sample of what she just put together, like a queen of the mics. You know what I'm saying? She's doing big things out here, man. And just let the people know who you are and what you're doing and everything like that.
Well, I want to say first, I appreciate you for having me on your platform and taking the time to, not only just have me on your show, but be a real life supporter in real life. You know what I mean? I'm Barbie.
Definitely.
I'm the creator and owner of Widescope Podcast Radio. Where I've had the honor of putting together some exclusive interviews, putting together and organizing some great shows, starting from where I started from to where I am now. I've learned so much that now I feel like I'm ready to really take on the world.
No, that's most definitely, man. And ever since we met and everything like that, you definitely been pushing and striving for more and everything like that. I definitely see you out there. How did you come up with Widescope and get all that started?
To be honest, I had started with a couple of other platforms before I ever got to Widescope. I had started off with my friend Cali Finest Radio, helping him with his podcast. Then I helped.
That's 5 mics, right?
5 stacks, yeah.
5 stacks, excuse me.
Yeah, I learned a lot from helping him and seeing things. You could watch people do things, and I realized that I wanted to watch as much as I could till I got to where I wanted to be with my own. I helped start a Gangsters and Strippers podcast with my friend Zay. I had seen a lot of different podcasts, but then I realized that the way I wanted to do things was going to be on a wide scope. Okay. I wanted to help different people. I wanted to talk to different people with stories. I wanted to talk to products. I wanted to talk to actors. I didn't want to be about controversy. I didn't want to be loud and over talking. I wanted to be positive. I wanted to give a platform for people to figure out what their purpose is in music and have someone watch their purpose and find their own purpose. And that's when I said I had to start my own platform in order to do that.
That's what's up. What helped you out mostly with dealing with everybody else and doing all those different podcasts? What's like one of the biggest takeaways that you learned from that?
I learned first that everyone has to have a contract, whether it's your friend, whether it's somebody that you know. If you have deliverables that you're going to do, you need to make sure that you document their deliverables. And when people don't deliver what they're supposed to, you're not supposed to keep delivering what you're delivering, And I learned that you have to take away the personal out of business, And so I got to my platform. And what I also learned, too, was that it was going to be harder for me.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to fuck people, because I wasn't friendly. Because I care about making sure that people, yes, these are artists, but there's also gang politics behind this. We need to make sure that we got people going in and out of places safe. I learned that it was going to be harder for me, but that I needed to be more organized with who I work with and how I work with them.
Definitely, definitely, and that's a big concept. You know, us as men, we really don't think about that. How women have to maneuver through the workplace, and sometimes you guys don't have the same luxuries as we do. How's that doing that? Hello, hello.
To be honest with you, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Sorry about that. What it is, honestly, is that I learned that, with women, in this, it's different when you're in the office because you are dressed right. But when you're in a nightclub, you dress a certain type of way, alcohol is involved. You have to just stay firm to who you are, and you got to stay solid, and you got to be okay with losing an opportunity because you didn't do what they wanted you to do, but they know that it's going to come back around because they're going to respect your work ethic.
Yeah, definitely. And that you do definitely have your work speak for you. Have you lost many opportunities like that?
I wouldn't say I lose many opportunities, but I lose different different friendships with different people, whether it's men or women, because when people are out, I see work and they see good time.
Yeah,
So whether it's females that I work with or people wanting to be with each other and we trying to get work going, sometimes that bothers me and sometimes I'm approved. I realize
yeah,
I have to learn that people can do whatever they want, but I'm a stickler for, like, if we working, I need everybody working. Whatever you do when we done, that's you, you
yeah.
know. And sometimes I lose whole teams behind that because I want everything that I do to be A1 and I don't want nobody slipping. And it's too much on the line.
No, that's real though. That's definitely a big problem with starting a small business and just starting a movement, because what people might think we're doing is fun, but we're working. We just make it look good, I guess.
That part. And as a
Yes.
woman, you're in a mini skirt, everybody drinking, you might be working, but all they see is ass walking by and they getting drunk, and all of a sudden you starting to look good to them and now they want to shoot your shot. That's cool, but I got shit to do.
Yeah, definitely. It's business to handle. Keeping it business. Keeping it player,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
business is what's gonna attract me to you. You keeping the business, not you stopping business to be a slumball.
Yeah, yeah, and that's I guess that comes along with just the experience, because us as young men and all that, and I ain't gonna say young men, just men, as they just got to learn that it just you if you handle the business, the women will come with the business.
That's true. But it's really hard in this industry because people are usually like, hey, I know such and such. And people think that as a podcaster, hey, they got an opportunity for me. I might go with it. But they don't know is that I've shoveled shit and cleaned up after a dog when I worked at
Yeah,
a 33rd compound to get my opportunity. If I wanted
yeah.
to fuck my way to the top, I could have been doing that in all kind of other studios. So, you know what I mean?
Huh,
When you choose to shovel up dog shit and dog piss versus trying to bat your eyes and be cute, that
that
show you that
part.
I'm trying to do the work. I don't need no shortcuts.
Yeah. So you're used to hard work. So you just
Yeah.
used to just going hard and everything like that. What gave you that? What gives you that motivation just to just keep pushing through the literal shit though? The literal shit.
To be honest, it's like my mom gave me that. My mom was like always reminding me that she came to this country illegally, that she was an immigrant, and that she worked hard to get what she wanted. And she became a business owner and, ran the antique mall and did everything that she wanted to do. My dad is a 9-time Grammy winner. He came here illegally on a boat. Having two immigrant parents that did everything that they could to come to this country, I waste no time. You feel me? And then my mom being dead gives me like an extra push because I have no time to waste. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
you know,
All praise going up. Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that.
you know,
But that.
okay. Because it's like a curse and a gift in itself because I'm exemplary to what my mother stood for. And so I go hard every day so that when my mom looks down at me while she's in heaven amongst her peers, I'm exemplary to what she taught me. And I stand as a good model for who her daughter is.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's a good. That's just just the positive influence. How do you stay positive through the bullshit as well on that too? Because a lot of people would just like try to hate on you trying to just get through what you're going through.
Yeah. To be honest with you, in the beginning it was hard. I would do things and it would be harder for me than other people. And I'd be like, I don't charge people. I don't have shows. I've never charged anybody to be a part of my shows or like I've just started to get past, okay, now I can get into business because I felt like if I'm growing, you growing with me. So I didn't
Yeah,
really charge anybody because I felt like while I'm learning, we're gonna learn together, you know? And it was
definitely.
harder for me than for other people. But one day I was watching this thing about Nelson Mandela, and it really opened up my eyes to this man later became president of his country, right?
Yeah.
Somebody
Mm-hmm.
saw the strength in him and hated on him and did all this shit to him, and he still became something great.
That
So I
part.
realized that people are making it hard for me because they see that I ain't playing. They
Yeah.
see that I'm trying to get it. So if I fold on myself, I prove them wrong. I prove them right. But if
Yeah.
I keep going hard for myself, I prove them wrong. And I show myself, even myself, I've shown myself things that I never thought I could do.
Yeah.
So that's how I keep pushing. I tell myself, because I have hard days sometimes. I have people
Yeah.
fuck with videos sometimes. I have people steal ideas. I have people do things to me. But I remind myself that it's flattery.
Yeah. Yeah. The hate and the biting comes with the game. Being
Come
great.
with it. They come
Yeah.
with it. They come with it.
Did you always want to be in broadcasting, and who was some of your earlier inspirations?
To be honest with you, I never ever saw this for myself.
Yeah.
Uh, I married someone who was a rapper. He was my junior high best friend. During
Okay.
the pandemic, he wasn't working, and I wanted to be a supportive wife and be like, well, you ain't working right now during the pandemic. Let's push your music career.
Mm-hmm.
When he started to become popular and he started cheating on me with Instagram girls, I was then stuck in the business
Oh
of
wow.
trying to push him, but I had no product no more. And I was in the hands of helping people do stuff. So I said, you know what? One day he said to me, he said, bitch, I'll be happy if you find your own dream so you can stop pushing mine.
Oh wow. Damn. And look
Damn,
at you now.
cold nigga. So I
He
said,
did created a monster.
you know what? I didn't have no dream in doing this. But
Yeah.
my mother came to this country to study journalism and ended up getting pregnant and didn't do it. So I
Yeah.
said, I'm going to do something. I'm not going to be no rapper. You know, I don't think I said, you know what? Maybe I've helped with all these. I started learning podcasting. I started watching stuff, and it clicked in my mind that just like how I worked politics and I was a campaign manager and I would help all these different elected officials get ready for council chambers and how I wrote different speeches for people, that
Yeah.
music industry was just changing the product.
Yeah.
But the same push, the same work, the same grassroots connection of pushing something. And I
Yeah.
said, you know what? You can do this.
Yeah. You worked in politics as well, like working
I
with
did
city council and all that.
politics. I did do
Okay.
politics. I was Women in Politics 2006, nominated by Karen Bass. I
Okay.
have 2 civil service awards from the White House, one from Bill Clinton and one from George W. Bush.
Okay.
Um, I've been awarded in council chambers. I've been awarded in assembly and congressional floor. I've helped write legislation for different things. I've been a part of politics because I was always a part of being in the community lacking. So
Yeah.
I felt like there's no other way for, shout out to Denise Miller, who used to run Community Build. She told me that if you are a part of the problem, you need to be a part of the solution, because who knows better what to do than somebody that's been a part of it.
Yeah.
So
Man, that's real though. What gave you what led you into that doing like, would you call it activism or just just helping out?
I have a brother who has autism. He's 29 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I never really had nowhere else to take my brother unless it was a free city event or free city program. So
Okay.
it made me help create things like Taste the Soul event.
Yeah.
It helped me create different Festival de los Libros, just a lot of different community events because I needed somewhere to always go for my brother. In parks, recreation and parks is where I started because
Yeah.
that's where I was at. I worked for Citywide Aquatics, which was like pools at parks. And I would always be able to take my brother to work with me, and so I would do extra things for the kids because, I knew what it's like, you know what I mean, not having no other things to do but what you got in your community. So
Mm,
I just started early on and it just became a career for myself.
yeah.
Bernard Parks gave me a job as his youth coordinator. And
Okay.
once I became a official, when you were a kid and you were part of programs, you always looked up to who the youth coordinator was.
Yeah.
So when I got that jacket, it was like hitting varsity, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I just went hard after that. But even with politics, it's just like music. I kind of went through a lot of different stuff where $200,000 worth of toys would come up missing,
Mm.
and different
Wow.
things would come up, different churches would do things. And I started realizing like even community stuff people be stealing and taking away,
Wow.
So I started working for jails after that because I
Yeah.
realized that kids that are in the system, the problem or what's needed is right there. I don't have to
Yeah.
look for where to help. I don't have to look where kids need help. I go to work every day. I make a difference every day with them, and that's it. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah, that's dope. It seems like too, like a lot when a adversity comes into your life, you seem to maneuver and find a way to just push through it, or like just or you know just not be down about it. A lot of people be like, "Oh, I have nowhere to go," but you decided to be like, "Nah, I'm gonna go into the help with the Parks and Rec to do whatever I got to do to create events, or make events better."
I appreciate that. I just was telling someone yesterday that I learned that I know what to do amongst chaos, and that's why I'm a great employee and a great asset.
Yeah.
That no one would have ever thought that I slept in my car when I was in the 12th grade and I still graduated as student body president with the best GPA in the school. You feel me?
Mm,
A lot of
prop.
other people would have never went to school or just would have found another way. But I said, shit, y'all think it's funny that I sleep in my car, but I bet you I could be the best in all of you. And when I see people from high school that know that I used to sleep in my car and I see them now and they look like they got dressed in the car, you know what I
Mm,
mean? It's almost like, you get the last laugh if you push through. You don't get
yeah.
the last laugh if you fold, but you get the last laugh when you push through. And that's what I want my story to be.
That part, man. Speaking of pushing through and just making it happen, Widescope Radio, what you brought it up, like you said, you're trying to make it on a wider scope, like literally a wider scope of things. How let people know about that and just the different interviews. I see you got some big interviews up there, and all that good stuff. Like let people know about that.
Well, on Widescope Podcast Radio, I've thank God that I've had the privilege of almost interviewing everyone that I respect from LA that's doing something. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? My first interview was with people that I knew personally that I wanted to set the tone for the type of artists that I wanted to deal with. I had Fly on my show and I had Ra Ra from Blood Cousins on my show. And
Okay.
and I did those two because Fly I respected because even on the night he pulled his mother's cord and lost her life, he still showed up to perform for Sugar Free and did he was
Oh,
supposed to do.
wow.
That's the
Mm,
type of artist that means something in this industry, that he could push through his mama dying and still come to work, do what he's supposed to do, and you'll never know that night he was losing somebody. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Look at Ra Ra, that he still got shot and look how great he is. And I knew one on episode 1. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so, I've had Baby Stone Gorillas on my show. I've had Eastside K-Boy, Gutter Mac. We just had Lil Osama on my show. We've had the Fanatics on my show. We had the Blood Cousins on my show. PYT, Lou Phenomenal, Loch Ness. Who else? That I've had Killer Twine on my show, Mad Moody on my show. I feel like through all the sections of LA, I've been able to cover someone and have someone on my show. You know what I mean? And Steviana. There's still some names that I really need to get that I'm really on. You know what I mean? I've never. This last week has been hard for me because I've never experienced someone dying before they came on my show. I was supposed to have Wale the Sensei and Key Riches come on my show.
Yeah.
The
Oh man.
week prior, we had to reschedule because of some things, and then that Monday, right before he died, that he was supposed to come on my show.
Wow.
That really hurt me because I got into this because I wanted to start putting the positive back into it. You know,
Yeah.
I had the privilege of going around with LA County and creating the Arts and Music Commission, where now there's grants that go towards putting music back into schools, back into organizations, back into grassroots things. Because in the jail system, I realized that music is powerful. You can get a unit of 32 grown men to do what the hell you want them to do and stay on a natural course if they can pick the song that they can clean up to.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Just to hear that one rapper that they love so much. And half of the time it was YG. I mean, talking about kids that don't listen no other time will do exactly what you want to do if they can hear YG for just 3 minutes. If they could just hear him say whatever he could say for 3 minutes. That's powerful.
Yeah.
That model of that person has that much control that you'll do what's best for you, not for you, but just to hear him.
Yeah. Man, that's crazy. And it's like you're helping out with that too. You know, it is just a crazy experience.
Yeah, because seeing someone like Key Riches pass away that was doing backpack giveaways and, you know, doing so much for this community and be gunned down. It's just like every day we're losing so many people that never really get to their full potential, that we could have lost a world leader, some people that could have changed the world by losing so many of these rappers.
How do you feel about that too? I want to ask you 2 questions. It's like kind of like a double question about the whole this. It doesn't seem like just extra heightened sense of violence in more than usual in hip hop right now. And how do you feel about the whole checking in thing with hip hop and everything like that, moving around in different states?
To be honest with you, I've always worried about safety. I'm always the one of my friends that worry about safety, and I care about the artist safety and the people in the audience safety. A lot of times, the people who have parties don't care.
Yeah.
That's why I walk away from teams. I don't care. It ain't about money for me.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I realize there's going to be a lot of people that's going to get rich before me, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But I'm okay when it's all said and done that I did right by people and people did right by me.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, not playing with people's safety and, you know, making sure everybody get home. That's, you know, people don't realize that until they lost somebody.
Yeah. See, for me, I've lost everyone that I've cared for already. So I know what it is. You feel me? My best friend was shot in the head a year ago. You know, my other best friend died in jail. You know, my mother is deceased. My grandfather is deceased. A lot of my uncles and my aunts are deceased. My grandparents on both sides are deceased. So death is real for me. You know, I've taken care of 12 people until they died. So death is real to me. I know it's there. I know that dangers are there. So when people ignore it, I feel like, how do you care about these artists or yourself if you don't even care if people get home or not? When you get people all together, it's just like if you babysitting. When I used to have a gang of kids in one room babysitting, I cared about all of their safety because they're under my care. And that's how I do parties.
Yeah. Do you feel it's like, speaking on that, like you're saying, you're a promoter and you throw events, so you're worried about the safety. Do you feel like the labels that are signing these major artists they're lacking in their protection, sending these artists like that, you know, having a beef with other artists and all that? Is it the label's duty to secure the artists, even if they don't want it?
To be honest with you, yeah, no. Because when a police officer gets off work, the police department is not following him, making sure that he's safe. He got to make sure he moves properly. He got to make sure that the energy that he put out as an officer, that when he's off work, that he's not putting his family in danger. When you work in the jail system, you got to make sure that you treat them inmates correctly. Because I've seen inmates when I've been at the grocery store with my kid, but they walk up to me and they say, man, Mr. Hernandez, I appreciate you. You feel me? Because I never use my power against nobody. So what you do on the job, you are responsible for when you're off the job. And a lot of these rappers have spent more on their chains and jewelry than they have on security.
Yeah.
That's just like me. I went to a video shoot and I realized that people have spent more on what they had on than the services that were there.
And I have noticed that a lot of times too. You know, definitely when you are doing shows and behind the scenes, you be like, you give people invoices and you be like, oh, I didn't think that would be a problem with what you got on.
Yeah, like I know it ain't a problem. I know $40 worth of chicken ain't problem. Like, you feel me? Like, so you realize that people aren't respected when they come with a fee.
Yeah.
That people don't respect it when it's free and that you love them and you're doing it. They don't respect it with a fee. And then I realized in this industry that these artists have to take an accountability, they safety when they put out other things about other artists. You know what I mean? And then also taking accountability that I'm your fan and I have to come to your show. And if you're going to make it a shootout every time I come to your show, then what type of artist are you? Do you care about your fans?
Yeah, that part too, because it's going to be a time. I talked about this with a few guests I had on there. It might be a time where fans and rappers can't interact because they might be scared of each other. You know what I mean? Like it's like, what is each other going to do? The artist might be like, I don't know who you are, what type of energy you bring in, and the artist might, and the artist just might wild out on a fan just because they thought something was going to go south or something.
You know what it is? I've learned this about being security detail and staffing politicians and working in jails and working in wrecking parks and working parties. People have to care about no expectation, no exceptions, right?
Yeah.
No exceptions goes a long way because it makes people respect. Like, for instance, people who do security have to know that there's no exceptions. To meaning the person that can't slide, that other person friend that can't slide. If everybody checked everybody from front to back, how you're supposed to, with no exceptions to in and out, and making sure that everybody, whatever they do, has to be taken care of out of here. That's how you make sure a party is safe. People have got lazy on the details of security, and that's why people are getting hurt at these parties. When people are getting pat down from front to back, they don't even want to come to the door no more. Like, oh shit, they checking. Oh man, we don't want to go up in there no more.
Yeah, they doing too much up in there.
Yeah, people don't want to check people. When I have parties, people know.
Yeah.
I have 2 people that I mostly have, and I make sure that they checking you. They gonna put their foot behind your foot. They gonna tell you to spread them out. They're gonna slide all the way down, up and down, because you gotta make sure that people keep the riffraff out there.
Yeah.
And in a minute, you're right. We're gonna be watching holographs of people performing in a minute. Because these artists are gonna be afraid of getting shot at, or getting their wig pulled off, or getting somebody running on stage. And then
Yeah. No, that's real, and hopefully it doesn't get to that point. But I was looking, I was watching the Matt Hoffer little interviews. He had Rich Homie Quan on there, and he was talking about that too. Drill music, you know what I'm saying? People, I know I'm not one of those guys that like to blame music for the way people act. You know what I'm saying? People are going to do what they're going to do regardless. But I also do feel like sometimes some music does bring a different element to things, you know what I'm saying? Where people are trying to, in this day and age, people are trying to really prove themselves, you know what I'm saying? It's the days of the camera and all that. Do you feel drill music has, had a part in ramping up what's going on with these like shootings and whatnot?
No, I really don't think that the music is what's to blame, because people create music. When you watch a live band play music without anybody speaking, it's never provoked someone to come kill somebody.
True.
Even heavy metal. People been listening to heavy metal for years. They go up and down. They have fun. They bash beers on each other's head, and they shot each other head.
Yeah, that is true.
So it's not the music, it's the people.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the people.
Stop
Now,
looking around
the
for it.
problem is where it becomes people is people empower music, right?
Yeah.
Because, like, no offense to Weird Chummy Quan, but is he making videos to promote people not being stereotypical African Americans? Or is he making videos of people like, oh yeah, let's be stupid, yeah, that's us. You know?
That is true. So like that
So
is
it's
real.
the power that we put behind the music. People put power into drill music by pumping it up and being like it and thinking it's cool and making reels and making their kids sing it. Now it's the difference when an adult knows the difference between this is music and real life. But
Yeah.
where do we as the parents, do we make videos and say, hey kids, this shit is just music, it's not real life? You feel me? Are we going to the jails and telling people that? Are we using our platform and our power as being popular on the internet to tell kids that, hey, this drill music ain't it? Don't be like this music. It's the people, because people see the problem. I told everybody to call me after 8, though. That's why they're doing that by accident. Sorry. But it's almost like the power is in the music, because it's not the music fault, it's the people, because people see a problem with the music. We see a problem how people are reacting to it, but we still keep playing that shit. You feel me? We still keep pumping these kids up. We still keep pumping these reels up. Nobody is saying, hey, you rapper, we don't like what you're doing and how the example that you're setting. But everybody wanted that same rapper that's playing drill music. Everybody talking about you the homie when he come through.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And people always got that same thing. You know, somebody get killed, they want to post, oh, I love my guy and all that, but you could have told them, like, hey bro, you might have been wilding out there, or you need to protect yourself out there in the streets and whatnot.
Yeah, so it's just like two levels of it that, like, for instance, like when I have people on my show, I make sure I talk about the other part that we all got a preacher in us to talk about something and give a message. All these people that I'm sorry about that. We all got that little preacher inside of us, so it's irritating when people know it's a problem out there, and it's like, what are you doing about the problem? That's what the problem is. That people see a problem with the music, they see what it's doing to kids and people, but they not doing nothing about it. That's the problem.
No, that's real. You definitely, people got to speak up, and they definitely do got to speak up. But we're gonna get up. We got a little part of the show we like it, because I see you. People are hitting you up. I know you got to get to your grand opening and all that soon. So we're gonna get to the part where we like that little part where in the show we'd like to do what would you do? Is we show a couple clips and just see what would you do if you was in this event or near it, what happened and all that. Most of them are funny, or clips and everything. We're just gonna get your reaction.
Okay.
All right, so I'm about to go to the first clip. What would you do? Have you ever seen something that was just so crazy? Just you'd be like, damn, I wonder what happened over there.
To be honest, sometimes if I'll kind of be walking over there looking sometimes because I'll be nosy.
So you gonna get the scoop.
I'm gonna try to get the scoop, but I'll be trying to like hide behind cars because I'll be like, if they start shooting, I'm gonna have to fall down. Okay. That's what happened at the motorcycle club the other day. They was fighting. I wanted to go in and look, and then I said, shit, they might start shooting. So I started hiding behind the van.
Let me take 2 steps back. Yeah. Well, in this event, I think you're gonna see what happened on this one. So let's take a look. Somebody dropping bombs over Baghdad over there.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie. That type of shit would have happened. I wouldn't have went over there to figure that out. I would have started thinking about my hair and the heat. And yeah, I would have went 2 blocks down and then started watching though. I ain't gonna lie. I would have started watching 2 blocks down for real.
Yeah, man, they was wilding out, man. Y'all start. That's where all them motherfucking fireworks be coming from. People be popping all night.
Oh yeah. That's scary right there. That got me scared, low key, because I'll be thinking like right now, all the extra fireworks is still popping off around here. People still popping fireworks, and it's July the big bad.
Yeah, so everybody be safe out there with them explosives and all that.
Watch please.
Yeah, definitely. So in this one, have you ever been to somebody been at a function, you know this person's gonna fuck up and do something?
Oh yeah, I deal with that all the time. My friend that's getting dressed right now. Yeah.
Well, hopefully
she want to go out and look sexy so that everybody who used to want to fuck with her gonna want to fuck with her. So she done made a dress, okay? She didn't put cuts in it. I'm nervous about tonight.
Well, hopefully everything goes good and it does something like this doesn't happen.
Oh my.
Oh my God, that was not the right way to do that. Are you okay?
No, he's not okay.
You know what that reminds me of? Of the time my sister when we did a Rick Ross show. We had the whole balcony to get drunk and chill. But my sister Carla decided that she wanted to dive in the pool that was in the middle of the daylight club in Vegas. It was nighttime, so the pool was closed. And my sister took her dress off and had her bathing suit underneath and dove her ass in the middle of the pool. And then gonna get out the pool talking about, it's cold, I want to go home. Girl, what you thought it was gonna be?
At least she was prepared though. She had her swimsuit underneath. She must have planned this.
Yeah, but that's what you said when you got to be nervous. He looked like he planned that shit. Like, yeah, I'm gonna hop my ass on the table. That right there, I don't know. He must have been drinking for that because that shit looked like it hurted.
Oh, it definitely hurt it. It definitely hurt it, man. This is another episode of In Between Time, man. Make sure y'all go hit that notification bell for you could rewatch this one and catch other great shows and everything like that. We want to thank our guest, Barbie from Widescope Radio, man, and thank you for stopping by, hitting us up and everything like that. We're definitely gonna have her links in the description, so go check out all the shows she got on there, and just check her out and just in her IG and everything like that. And we definitely appreciate you, and for stopping by.
Well, man, I appreciate you for having me. Y'all go ahead and follow up on Widescope Podcast Radio and on Instagram and on YouTube. I appreciate you for having me. I'm looking for MCs for King of the Mic Volume 1. We got Queens of the Mic Volume 1 done. Now I need to do Kings of the Mic. So if you're an MC out there and you want to get down, you need to go ahead and send me your music to widescopepodcastradio@gmail.com or just inbox me. You feel me? So like I said, I appreciate you for being a great supporter and having me on your platform. You keep doing great King things, you feel me? And I hope to collaborate with you, and you need to come on my show now.
Oh, definitely gonna have to stop by. So let's just set it up.
Oh yeah, for sure. Now y'all know what it is. Y'all heard it here, baby. You feel me? This is my first time doing a yard stream at home. I was kind of nervous, and you made this a great opportunity and a great, amazing experience. So I appreciate you.
Oh man, no problem. I'm glad I can do that, man. Links will definitely be in there. So y'all looking for y'all need a show, y'all dope, definitely hit up Barbie Widescope
and
Radio
also too,
Podcast Radio.
And I'm also doing public relations now. So if you're looking for a good publicist or you're looking for a great public relations person to help you with artist development, help you with all type of things, I'm also directing videos. I just directed the Big Movie Remix featuring Jay West, Compton AV, Guapo Cash, and Radio Base. So y'all look forward to that. It's going to be the video of the year. And if you want to make the next video of the year, tap in with your girl.
That part, man. Appreciate you stopping by, man. You already know what it is. In Between Time, man. Like we say, hit that notification bell. Till next time, appreciate y'all, man.